In this video, we'll be going over the continuation of the HTML5 tutorials. So we'll be making a website, or continuing our website. So far we've had a number of pages. So we'll be adding a new page to our website, and we will be also using a description list. So a description list is used, it's just another type of list in HTML5. So there are ordered lists, unordered lists, and a description list. I believe some of the lists, such as a navigation list, which is what we'll be using in the next tutorial. So a navigation list is an unordered list, so don't worry about that. So we'll be going over that in the next tutorial. So we'll be just doing we'll just be creating a web page again, so just some normal stuff. So I'll just start here. I'm in WebStorm. You can use that or another IDE. So here I'm just saying the doc type. That was supposed to be capital. Doc type HTML. Then we'll have an HTML tag. I'll close it too. And within the tag we'll have the head tag. Within the head tag we'll have the metadata. So we'll say meta space char set points to string UTF-8. Space slash close the angular bracket. So if you haven't noticed yet, the layout of the page is pretty much the same. Every time the layout's the same, like the base of it, the base of the HTML, it has the same blocks and all that. So now here we'll just say that we'll have a title here. So I believe this is the title of the tab in your browser. We'll say title here, locations of the curbside tide truck. This is just going with the restaurant again that we've been creating. So here underneath that we'll say link href points to string ct underscore base.css. So that should be in the GitHub that I'll link. If not, you can just skip this part or just use any other CSS file. So remember, this just styles with some colors, perhaps some more border styles and all that, which you don't need, but we're trying to make this look like a nice website, so we just added that. We'll be making those CSS files from scratch pretty soon, so don't worry, within the next few tutorials. So here, I think after we finish lists, we'll just be working with CSS. So here we have link href points to ct underscore layout, this file again. So layout 2.css, then we have the quotation, and here we have space rel points to style sheet space slash close the bracket. We'll just close the head there. This should actually be like this, my bad. That should solve everything. excuse me. So here we'll have so body's going to be below the head. So here we'll have a body block like that. I'll close the body block as well. I'll say header class points to the string logo. And here we'll say img src points to this picture file. Again, ct underscore logo2.png space alt points to curbside tie. We'll close the header. So that's just a picture file. So what does ALT do? A couple things maybe we could discuss here. So it defines an alternative text description of the image. Okay, alternative, okay. And here, classes. The class global attribute is a space associated list of the, what does that say? Case sensitive classes of the element. Okay, so classes allow CSS and JavaScript to select and access specific elements via the class selectors or functions. Okay, so that should be fine. SRC should just be the image URL. Okay, so what else it might be? That's href here. So href, this attribute specifies the URL of the linked resource. A URL can be absolute or relative. Okay, so what else we have? Maybe REL. So REL is stands for relationship. This attribute names a relationship of the linked document to the current document. The attribute must be a space separated list of link type values. Okay, so once again, these things can get a bit confusing. It's always like that, the definitions. They're usually very hard. So it just, maybe that'll help. This is SRC is usually like some kind of file location, but it's not a location. SRC. It's usually some kind of file. And then, perhaps not a location, but a file. This is just a description here. We can go into this. We'll be going into this later on. Perhaps explaining this more once we work with it a bit more. That's okay for now. You just really have to memorize it. On a test, they don't really ask you to explain them. In most cases, they don't. Unless your professor really went over it. If you're getting tested on this. And like told you the definition is like this is going to be on the test, or the definition's in your textbook and notes, then that's different. But if it's not, I don't think they could test you on it. I know sometimes they test you on stuff not even in the textbook, which is obviously, it's a pain in the ass, obviously, but and it's pretty savage, but not always. So yeah, usually, well, not all tests, but some tests you can use your IDE. So you can always just use your definitions in a better IDE if you have a better IDE like this one. So after that, we'll just start with the actual part of this. So after the header, we'll have the article. So article, whoops, spelled it wrong. Close the article too. It's not letting me go back on that space. It's kind of annoying. Okay, so here we have our H1 tag, so H1. I'll say today's location. H1/H1, we'll close it. And we'll say, 1 sec to get a sip of my water here. Alright, so we'll have, actually we'll just leave that for now, we'll just finish this footer first. Okay, we've done the address a bunch of times, so let's just go with this quickly. So we'll say footer, close the footer. We'll say that we'll bring this back because it's not lined up properly. We'll just say some address in Richmond, BC. Okay, so we'll just go with that. I know we have different addresses on here. Some of it's like Charlotte, North Carolina. Some of it's like Richmond, BC. It doesn't really matter. It's just an example. The goal of this is just to put this on the internet. So we have okay, so now what are we going to do? So now this is the actual tutorial part because we've done this stuff before. So we'll be creating a description list now. So we have some text down here. So you can just copy this out or just create your own text and just write some stuff in. Doesn't really matter. So I'm just going to go below here, just some places around where I live. So we have these cities are pretty close together. They're in British Columbia. They're like probably like 20 minutes apart from each other at the most. So we have here just like that. So we'll just paste this in. So we'll have here, first we'll add the H1 tag to today's locations. H1 space, today's location space, we'll close, did we already do this? We already did this, okay, so let's close that. Then we'll have, there's an image file that you need, it's just a map, you can use any old map. I'll try to include this in the GitHub as well. So it's here, you don't need all these files, it's just a map picture somewhere in there. Where is it? 6 is so small. I think that's it there. ct_map.png. So let's put that in an image here with the same old command that we've done already. I think it's just the same old command. So under that, let's put a block there, a tag. So we'll have here img space src, same command that we've used, whoops, points to the string, then the file, then space. Is it ALT again? So the description is the alternative description like this. None. So have here nothing for the description. So that's what it was, the description, right? Yeah. Alternative text description for the image. Why is it alternative? I'm not sure. Perhaps because it's already named. So let's just go with that. So this map should be in the article. Now, how does it know to be on the right or left side or whatever? I think it just places it for the best fit. Because we haven't specified how we want it to be placed on the website, on the page of the website. So now we'll just add the do we use an ID for this before for the description list? We've already done one description list, haven't we? Yes, we have. In the last video, so there's an extra part to this where you can add a ID attribute to it. So we'll do that here in 1 sec. We have our DL tag. We can add an ID to our ID attribute. Uniquely identifies this description list. We have an inline image showing map of location. We have our description list, or our description list will be we'll be creating that right now. So the only difference between this time and last time is this here. So what we will do is just put this below. We'll go description list, so just a DL tag space ID points to string CT underscore locations. Wait a minute. How did it know to use that? I don't think. How did it know to use that? It already knew what I was going to say. But how? Did we already say that here? I'm just trying to figure out how did it know that. It's just thinking, it's just maybe thinking perhaps from the what we called it or something. Don't see any other locations, not even in the file name or anything. So it just somehow knew that we were going to call it that. But how? Okay, so how is it getting this from? Can I expand this? Is it getting this from another file? I don't think so. Anyways, we'll just go with that. So the ID is, so global attribute defines an identifier ID. Okay, so an ID is an identifier which must be unique in the whole document. The purpose is to identify the element which linking using a fragment identifier, scripting or styling with CSS. Is this from the CSS file maybe? Okay, not actually sure where the name came from. Could be in another file. Could be getting some intelligence from one of the other files. We'll just go with that for now. So that's fine. close that, then just close the tag. Now we'll add our description element and description. The element is the time here. So that's dt space dt like that. Alright, so then we have dd for what did I do there? dd space, that's our description for the element. And we'll have dt, so another element here. So the time is the element, and the description is the, or the address is the description. Oops. Oh, what did I do there? Alright, so we have a DT here. Something happened to the alignment. DT space, close DT. One error, where is that from? This it here. That was it, I believe. Oh, okay. Oh, still something wrong with that. One more error. Probably missing that DL closing tag. So let's just go under everything here. We'll go /DL for the description list. We'll close it there. The error is gone. So here we'll just go here. Bring that back. Can we? Nope. Doesn't like it. Bringing it back. Okay, so we'll have DT here again. For description element /DT. Underneath we'll have the description again. Or nope, is that wrong? That's wrong. This should be DD, my bad. So let's add D there, double D's, and then double D's here too. Okay, so we'll have DT again. /DT. That's the element, and then the description. And should be done here. See if there's anything else we could go over. Article closing tag. We have our footers, body, and HTML, so we'll just save that. You can run it. I'll run it. You won't be able to see the page, but I'll just tell you if it works or not. So it's going to open up in a browser such as Chrome, if you have Chrome. So yeah, it works. We have the map, the locations, the list, the pictures, and the footer. Looks legit, so we'll just close it. So that's pretty much it for the first tutorial of our description list, or second description list. So thanks for watching, guys. If you guys liked the video, you can like and subscribe to support the channel for more programming and investing tutorials. Hopefully I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care. Thanks.